What's poppin' YouTube, and welcome to my channel, Astro Finesse. It's your boy Lil Finesse, the Jiggy Hippie, back with another video for y'all. And this video right here is if you have a Venus in Aquarius. And I'll pause for the cause. If you don't know what your Venus sign is, if you're just starting off your journey of self-love, self-knowledge, if you don't understand that you have to know yourself through astrology and numerology, don't worry, I got you. There's a couple of videos. I'll put the link in the description. You're going to have to watch them first to become hip to the knowledge of what I'm about to talk about right now. So if you look to your birth chart and you realize you're a Venus in Aquarius, first of all, what's popping? I fuck with you on an even deeper level because we have the same Venus placement. But this video is for you. So without further ado, let's just get it popping, shall we? Now before I start, I'm going to give y'all a list of some celebrities so y'all can visually see what Venus and Aquarius people look like and act like in reality. So to start, we got Taylor Swift, Oprah Winfrey, Ellen DeGeneres, Muhammad Ali, Jessica Biel, LeBron James, Jeff Bezos, Sade, Dr. Dre, Kelly Rowland, Bow Wow, Chris Rock, and Vanessa Williams. All right, so boom, Venus and Aquarius. First of all, Venus is a placement of, love, beauty, harmony. It's also a placement of luxury. So it tells you like how you spend your money, how you generate money, what you find value in when it comes to things that you're attracted to. And for women, the Venus placement will tell you your love language. It will tell you how you act like when you're in love. For men, the Venus placement will tell you what you're attracted to, what you look for in a partner when it comes to love. For women, the Mars placement will tell you what you look for, what you're attracted to in a partner. And for men, the Mars placement will tell you how you act like when you're in love, your love language. And now, all right, so let's get into it. Also, if your sun sign is going to be only 2 placements away from your Venus sign. So if you have a Venus in Aquarius, you have a sun sign either going to be Pisces or Aries or a Capricorn or a Sagittarius. All right, boom, this video is going to be a little hard for me because like this is my placement and all that. So I'm like literally sitting here exposing myself in front of all y'all. So understand that I don't want to do this, but I have to for the betterment of the purpose, for the betterment of humanity. So here we go. So Venus and Aquarius. All right, so we have a lot of bad reps when it comes to love. Understandably so, we do. All right, so the reason why it's kind of hard for us when it comes to love, first of all, Aquarius energy in general is a very detached energy. We hear this word all the time, very detached. But the reason why it's detached is because we're not good with our emotions. All right. So when it comes to love is the ultimate emotion, ultimate feelings. Like you can't control your emotion. You can't control the feeling you have for somebody when you love them. So when it comes to love, we have a hard time in this area because we're just not good with like dealing with emotions and all that. We're not good with like things that are not logical or mathematic or scientific or practical because our mind is like a computer. So computers don't have emotion. They just like calculate data and all that. So when it comes to love, it's a little more difficult for us. Because of this, we have a tendency to be very detached from this, like from love in general. So we look like we're detached from love, like we don't need it, like we're just cool by ourselves, we're just loners and all that. Even though that we do crave having a partner. And I'm going to discuss in this video what you have to do in order to attract us, what you have to not do in order to keep us from ghosting y'all, because we definitely have this thing that we ghost people, and that's also going into because we don't know how to like we don't know how to deal with emotions, how to express ourselves emotionally like other people. We're all about intellectual conversations. We're all about the intellect. We're really like huge nerds in a way. We're just like people or things that can like advance our mind is really smart like that. We're all about the mind and being smart and information and learning and also friendships. And friendships is big because friendships does not have that emotional intensity on top of it. It's like you're my friend. I accept you for who you are. You accept me for who I am. I have your back. You have my back. There's no expectations as in like I have to text you all day. I got to see what's going on. It's like we're friends. Like we have a connection. I got your back. You got my back. There's no emotional intensity when it comes to friendships. So that's why before we get into relationships, one of the most important thing, is you have to become our friend first. Like, you have to make us feel comfortable expressing our emotion to you. And this is very hard because, like I said, we all have this thing where we put a wall up. We make it look like we don't care. We make it look like we're just detached. We're not thinking about you. We make it look like we're just like being by ourselves. We make it look like all these things because we just don't know how to. We're not comfortable being in an emotional environment or being emotional. So your job, in order to attract us, in order to keep us in a relationship, the beginning stages, you have to be our friend. So ask us what we like, ask us our interests, just have like a genuine interest about our person. Like, don't, and like, if you're trying to attract a Venus and Aquarius woman, first conversation, don't ever like compliment her on what she looks like. Like, I'm not gonna say don't compliment her, but don't talk about her in a sexual way about what they look like off of first impression. Like, that is a turnoff. We don't like people that like us for the wrong reasons, that are attracted to us for the wrong reasons. Like, if they're attracted to us just because how we look, we don't want to give our attention or our energy to that person. If they're attracted to us because of our mind, what we say, how smart we are, those are the kind of compliments you want to give a Venus and Aquarius person. Talk about how different they are. Talk about how like eccentric, how we can even call us weird. Like, how talk about how different we are, how smart we are. And that is what will give us like, oh damn, like this person, I actually might like, want to build something with this person. If you talk about how we look and how sexy she is on first impression, that's going to shut them off, because that energy is low-key emotional intensity that's like not necessary in the beginning stages. So boom, first step, become our friend first. We take friendships extremely seriously. We take friendships because, Aquarius is the 11th sign, the 11th house. The 11th house is a house of communication, friendship. We're all about connecting. A lot of us have like a lot of friends, especially online. We just love people and humanity as a whole. We're like humanitarians. So we love people and humanity as a whole. We look at every single person the same. Like, we look at, I'm a human, you're a human. I have red blood, you have red blood. We look at everybody in humanity as a whole as the same. So in turn, we treat everybody the same. We talk to everybody the same. So when you want to like have a special title, if you want to like become a little closer to us, you have to break that barrier of becoming our friend first. Now, I talked about this in my Aquarius, I think it was Aquarius Rising video, that we are like a block of ice when we first meet us. Like, cold as hell, detached as hell. You probably don't even think that we notice you, that we're looking at you, that we care about you. We're a cold, hard block of ice when you first meet us. Like, cold as hell, we don't care. You have to be the type of person that interests us by you also being smart, you also being different and eccentric. We are so attracted to people that are different and eccentric. Like, that, when you like walk in a room and you see somebody that is completely different looking, completely like eccentric, individualistic, that is what catches our eyes and catches our interest. But we're still going to be that cold block of ice. So your job is to try and break the ice or try to melt the ice, because when we melt, we become like water, and then emotions come out, and then we can open up to you, and then we feel comfortable, and then we can like build a relationship with y'all. But the ice is cold as hell at first. So to break it, to melt it, come and start off by becoming a friend of ours first. So extremely important. I'm stressing that again. Become our friend first. Now, another thing, as a number two, there's only like, it's really not hard to keep us or to keep us interested, because it takes a long time, though. It takes a very long time. It takes us a very long time to be like, to make that decision to set our mind towards you. But once we set our mind, because our mind is fixed, we are a fixed sign, become fixated and become very loyal, and we just become like all about that one person. But before you get to that point, become our friend, and do not, let me move up because I don't think y'all can hear me. Do not be clingy. Oh my God. Look, Aquarius energy does not do well with people that are clingy, that are overbearing. We just love being like individualistic. Like, first of all, we are completely fine being by ourselves. We are so content with ourselves. We love ourselves a lot. We think we're the shit in our head. We think we're so smart. We just love ourselves a lot. We're just so individualistic. We don't care about what people think. We just like going against the grain, breaking the rules. We're like a rebel without a cause. A lot of us, we just like doing our own thing. So that's like point blank period. So if you want to join us, if you want to attract us, if you want to date us, and you're like coming at us with a heavy emotion, if you're coming at us, if you're becoming very clingy, if you like are expecting us to like give you all this attention in the beginning stages, if we could sense that you don't have like your own life, if you're not individualistic yourself, if we feel that you will become like a burden on top of us by you being so emotionally invested early, by you being so clingy, that is what is going to make us ghost you. That's what's going to make us run away, because we're not good with dealing with emotion. Understand that. So we are also, remember the planet Uranus rules Aquarius. So planet Uranus is the only planet in the whole solar system that stays on the side. So naturally, the planet is a rebel. The planet hates following rules. So Aquarius Venus and love, we don't like following the mundane or the same rules as everybody. That's why we have a lot of unconventional relationships. We don't like following rules when it comes to love. We like doing our own thing. We just like being like spontaneous, unpredictable sometimes like that. So when you're coming at us heavy and we sense that you're trying to like clamp us down, you're trying to like pin us down, like we are an air sign Venus, air sign, fire sign Venuses are all the same. We like our freedom. We like exploring. If you're like the more heavy type, emotional type, like a water sign Venus, it's not going to work too well, because like water sign needs that emotional intimacy. Air sign needs that freedom. So it's like a whole different opposite. But when we feel that you're like trying to like overpower us with your emotion, we look at that as like you're trying to set rules for us. Like you're trying to make us do something that we don't want to do. So the trick, this is like a secret. The trick is you want to act like you don't want no relationship. Act like you're not so in love with us in the beginning. Act detached in the beginning. Act like you just want us to be friends. You just want to be cool. Make us see that you have your own life. Make us see that you're individualistic. Make us hear your intellect. We love people that are smart. We love people that are nerds like us. And being a nerd is being like really obsessed with a certain topic that a lot of people don't really care about. But you knowing a lot about this one weird topic intrigues us. We're like, oh, that's interesting. I can learn a lot from this person. Like, this is really interesting. They're really different. They're really weird like us. Like, we like people that are just completely different from the norm. So understand that being yourself is the best way to get us attracted. Like, if you are interesting, if you have your own life, individualistic, if you're not too emotionally clingy in the beginning, and I'm stressing this in the beginning part, because like I said, we have no problem with being by ourselves. We have no problem with being individualistic, just doing things by ourselves. So when we taste or feel or see or even smell somebody trying to like really pin us down, if we smell, we taste, we see somebody really trying to like set rules on us or like make sure like we're clamped up, that is when we ghost, y'all. And this ghosting thing, I'm gonna talk to us Venus and Aquarius right now. We definitely need to work on this ghosting thing, because like I said, I think with my Aquarius rising video, we ghost people all the time. It's because we have a low tolerance for things that does not feel well within us. We are a fixed sign. So yes, we are stubborn as hell, meaning that when things aren't right in our head, when we don't like the way it flows in our head, in our idealistic mind, if things are not right or perfect, we have no problem just like cutting it off. And when we cut it off, because we're air sign, air is flighty, air is free, we definitely have a tendency to ghost people easily. So to prevent a Venus and Aquarius person from ghosting you, become our friend. Don't become too clingy, because as soon as you become clingy, that's when we start ghosting, because we hate not having control or having power over our individual self. So when somebody's being clingy over you, it's like they're expecting you to give them attention. It's like they're giving you so much like expectations of how you should act. They just want you to be like all about them kind of thing. And we are all about humanity. So understand, you're dating a person that is all about humanity. They like having a lot of different friends, they like learning a lot of different things. They like inspiring a lot of different people. We like helping humanity. We think about the world as a whole. So it's hard for us to really like pin our whole attention onto one person for a very long time, because it's like we don't feel fulfilled, because we are Aquarius. We have to connect with as many people as possible. We have to be free as an air sign Venus. We have to like just explore and just be free. So a good sign for us is like Sagittarius Venus, because Sagittarius also like their freedom. They don't like being pinned down. It's like air and fire Venuses are perfect for Aquarius Venus, because we all like freedom. We're not really like heavy like that. So understand how serious being clingy is for us. Like that is a huge turnoff for us. But us Venus and Aquarius people, we have to work on expressing our emotion, because we be like acting like, and I can't believe I'm saying this because I'm talking about myself, but we definitely have a problem with thinking that somebody knows what we're thinking. We think that they know how we're feeling, so we don't say nothing, we don't do nothing. We just watch that person in the corner of our eye, and that person is looking at us like we're like they have no idea what's going on. We have to work on like expressing our emotions a little better. We have to work on telling people what's going on. Like we have to work on our communication skills when it comes to love, especially because of this. We are always like getting in relationships and then ghosting, leaving, and then after like a couple weeks, couple months, we come back to the same person. And that's because like it takes us a long time to really like calculate things and analyze things and like really think about things when emotional events happen to us, when emotion is heavy upon us. We don't know how to like react at the moment. So it takes us ghosting, y'all. It takes us being away to be by ourselves, to really like be with our mind, to really think and analyze everything, and to really it takes us a very long time to really like decipher our emotions. Like I said, Aquariuses are not good with emotions because we're an air sign. We just takes us a long time to like really analyze our emotions. So that's why you might feel or see or experience a Venus and Aquarius person will be all about you one day, and all of a sudden they'll pull back. And we do this pull backing thing because like love is scary as hell for us, because love is like the most ultimate emotion, and we can't control this emotion. So we feel it heavy. Like we feel it, like we could feel that attraction. We could feel when we're in love with somebody. We could feel when we're like somebody. But because we don't understand it like that, because we're not emotional, we just like shut down. We just like become quiet. We just ghost. And while we're ghosting, what we're doing in this period is analyzing everything, thinking about everything, and just like trying to make it all make sense in our head. And while we're doing this, the person that you're doing that to is looking at you like, what are you doing? I thought you loved me. Like, why are you being so distant? Why are you so detached? Why are you so cold? And that person, they definitely they don't understand why we're doing it. That person will look at us, Venus and Aquarius people, like, you're so weird. Like, why don't you love me? Like, what am I doing? Like, they start questioning themselves, kind of thing. So I'm telling y'all that it's not always your fault. It's just that we need more time to really like to understand what's going on emotionally. So when we take these breaks, when we give y'all all our love and pull back a little bit, that's us just seeing like what's going on, computing it. Like our mind is a computer, so we're like computing it, analyzing it. Like we're just like thinking about everything. And then when we come back to you, I understand it's really bad that we're doing this, but understand that when we come back to you, it's like all this time we've been analyzing it. We came back with information. Now I'm ready to like express my emotion. Now I'm ready to tell you how I really feel. And usually at that point, the other person is like, what? You've been gone for like 2 weeks. You've been gone for like a month. You can't come back and just tell me how you feel now. I'm going to come back to you. They become like, they get irritated because we just like do this in and out thing. Like we love you today. Tomorrow we don't text you for like 2 days. And we come back and we don't text you for like 3 days. Like we do a lot of this in and out thing. Like it's something that we have to work on. It's definitely a very bad thing we do. But the reason why we're doing this, for those that need to know, is because we're not good with emotion. We're not good when it comes to expressing our love and emotion and feelings like that. We like to have control over everything we do. We like to be very logical, very analytical, very computive. So when things like that happen to us, we pull in and pull back. We pull back because we have to sit back and really understand what's going on, understand everything. We really study our partner. We're really all about that person. When we choose you, we're all about you. So to prevent this ghosting thing from happening, that's why, and I go back to my first point, that's why if you become our friend first, that ghosting thing will not happen, because we feel comfortable around you already. Like, we built that foundation of friendship already. So I can always come to you as a friend, and I could like really express myself with you, because like I feel comfortable around you. I feel safe. You have my back. I have your back. So we could like talk that emotional talk with a friend. We like that, having that friends turn into lover thing. Like, so that friendship is extremely important in the beginning. So when you're friends with somebody and you like them, then that conversation will come up, and then we could like really express ourselves. But before that, if you're trying to get our attention by like being in our face, showing how much you like us, by just like complimenting us on our physical only, not talking about how we're smart or how we're different, how we're eccentric. If you don't show us that you're different yourself and you're individualistic, if you're not clingy, then you will have a perfect partner, a friendship turned lover. You have a loyal ass partner. You have somebody that will always tell you about like just random facts, tell you about random information. We'll have a whole different perspective on life. We have a whole different perspective on life. We just look at things completely different. We're just so different and weird and eccentric, but we just like having a partner that is our best friend. Like, that is our perfect, it's like a perfect relationship for us. And we do this ghosting thing because we're not good with emotions. So understand that if your Aquarius Venus is ghosting you, it's because they're computing and analyzing everything. And Aquarius Venuses, we have to work on this. I'm gonna keep saying that. We have to stop ghosting people without telling them why we're leaving, why we're like pulling back. So if you're gonna ghost somebody, explain to them like, look, I'm feeling like this, or just tell them that I'm about to pull back a little bit, or I need some space. Like, tell people that you need space. Don't just force yourself and give space. Don't just force yourself and make space in a relationship. Tell them that you need space, because when you're very like heavy on us, the rebellion in us, the rebellious nature in us, we just want to like just break the rules and just like ghost and just run away. Like, the more you want to clamp us up, the more we run away. If you want us to be like loyal to y'all and really be committed to you, become our friend, give us a lot of space, have your own life, be individualistic, please be smart, please have your own like intellectual mind, your own intellectual opinions. We like having debates, we like having like arguments, we like having like intellectual debates. That's what we're sexually attracted to, like intellectual debates. Like, we like talking back and forth about the battle of the minds kind of thing. We like that kind of thing. So keep that in mind. Don't be clingy, be our best friend, and you got us. Like, point blank period, you got us. And give us a lot of time. Give us a lot of time. Be patient with us, because we're not good with emotions. We're gonna work on that. Like, we have to work on that. So that was my video on Venus and Aquarius. I hope y'all enjoyed that. My next video is gonna be my last video in this series. Venus and Pisces. You already know I'm about to go in. If you have subscribed to my channel, you already know I fuck with y'all heavy, for real, for real. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and handle that one time for your boy. Drink your water, mind your business, and be safe out here. It's your boy, Lil Finesse, Jiggy Hippie. I'ma see y'all when I see y'all.